The first run of waiver wires every single season is crazy because what you see is a lot of people flocking to spend all of their fab budget on a player who scored 2 touchdowns without actually understanding that, well, yeah, he did, but that was as fluky and unsustainable as ever. He only played 10% of snaps and ran 7 routes, but yet found the end zone twice. Those are the type of players I want to help you avoid today, but more so help you figure out which players you can evaluate as good waiver wire ads throughout the entire season. I'm Dave Loughran with Awesemo.com, and you're not going to have a chance to watch this video every single week. I hope you do, but if you can't, hopefully this will be not just a way to give you top plays, top waiver wire ads for week 2, which is exactly what we're about to dive into, but how to define what makes a good waiver wire ad and what makes somebody overhyped and someone you want to let your league mates jump on while you sit back and pick up the right guy. So let's dive into it. But before we do, as we've said all season, we love you guys for supporting the channel, for helping us grow. Hit that thumbs up if you appreciate everything we've done here and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this thing rolling throughout the season. Let's jump into it. Colts running backs saw a near 40% target share in their week 1 loss to the Seahawks, with Nyheim Hines 8 targets working out to 21% of total opportunities in the passing game. Carson Wentz was once again hesitant to throw downfield and averaged an ugly 6.6 yards per attempt, which doesn't bode well for the Colts being able to operate an explosive offense, but certainly benefits a pass-catching back like Hines. Hines ran the 11th most routes of any running back and was 5th in yards per route run after week 1. Even Jonathan Taylor saw 7 targets and ran 18 routes, while Marlon Mack never saw the field. Hines is owned in 72% of leagues on Yahoo, but that's still nearly 30% of leagues where he's still on the wire. If you're in one of those leagues, you should look to snatch up the same guy who was the RB18 in 2020 and seems on pace to put up similar numbers in the passing game as he did last year. Mark Ingram was a total afterthought coming into the season, playing for what was projected to be the worst offense in the league and having Phillip Lindsay and pass-catching back David Johnson on the roster with him. But on Sunday, he literally led all running backs in carries with 26, excluding Joe Mixon, who only surpassed that number because he played a full overtime period. And to be fair, it just makes it sound better for Ingram. Now, let's be realistic here. The Jaguars were atrocious. They are atrocious. And very rarely are we going to see such a favorable game script for Ingram or the Texans' run game. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I just left Ingram and his 26 attempts out of this video for that reason alone. The truth is, though, he only ran a route on 4% of Tyrod Taylor's dropbacks and didn't bring in his only target on the day. So while I'm not at all against the idea of adding Ingram if he's set to be Houston's lead rusher, at least for the immediate future, we should definitely be tempering our expectations. Here's the thing, though. Any running back who handles 70% of a team's running back carries on a day where their running backs carried 37 times has to be in the conversation for waiver wire ads, especially considering Ingram was the clear goal line back with 3 carries inside the 5 and 4 inside the 10-yard line. Look, I won't be aggressively going after Ingram, but I'll be pretty happy to land him with a conservative bid. Kenny Gainwell is the clear backup running back in Philadelphia. That became evident on Sunday in a smackdown win against the Falcons. I mean, to the point where Boston Scott never even saw the field, and Gainwell played 35% of snaps. Now, don't let this concern you if you're a Miles Sanders owner. Sanders still played 65% of snaps, 20 total looks, and was extremely efficient when he touched the ball. And while drops were an issue for him last year, Sanders looked great in the passing game. It's really nice to see Jalen Hurts' dual threat ability open up big holes for his running backs, while a finally healthy offensive line provided dominant blocking. But Gainwell is the type of backup running back you want on your roster, and here's why. There aren't a ton of backups that provide the 2 necessary ingredients to be worthy waiver wire ads who you'd actually spend a decent amount of your fab on. These ingredients are built-in utility and league-winning upside. Gainwell is already going to be used on a weekly basis, was the Eagles' 2-minute drill back on Sunday, and was one of only 2 running backs to get any snaps in the game. But he provides that league-winning upside if Sanders gets injured. This Eagles run game could be legitimately good if the line stays healthy, providing enough volume and efficiency for Gainwell to be a deep league flex, a great bye-week filler, and also a top running back if the opportunity were to present itself in Philadelphia. I must say this one is very bittersweet for me. I had Raheem Mostert everywhere in DFS on Sunday. I bet all of his overs and his to-score props last week before we had any idea that Trey Sermon would even be inactive. So yes, I felt great going into 1 p.m. in week 1. And I was hoping that Mostert could just wait until at least week 6 before getting hurt. But I guess his last name is Most Hurt for a reason. Yeah, that was stupid. But it's kind of cool because I have a ton of Elijah Mitchell in Dynasty Leagues, and I guess that's some form of consolation prize because he saw 19 of the 49ers' 20 running back carries after Mostert went down early in the game. Mitchell was solid too, averaging 5.5 yards per attempt and finding the end zone. He rushed for over 100 yards in his first game as a pro, and who cares if it came against the Lions? We know this much. Kyle Shanahan has made the less obvious running back a starter more than once in the past, which is why on this channel we were so hesitant to draft Sermon in the middle rounds. To be fair, I really liked Raheem Mostert in the late middle rounds, and well, that didn't work out either, did it? We now know Mostert has chipped cartilage in his knee, and he's headed to the IR with a recovery time of around 8 weeks. So given that Sermon wasn't even active on Sunday, Mitchell should be the guy who stands to benefit the most. If I'm looking to unload a big chunk of my fab on one player this week, it's going to be Mitchell. The only thing that sucks is Mitchell wasn't targeted in the passing game and didn't run a single route on the day, but like Gainwell, he has what we're looking for. Immediate utility, even if there's some type of split, and league-winning upside. Not to mention great run blocking and a fine-tuned offense around him. This is a spot I really don't want to miss out on. I know we're talking season-long fantasy here, but things can go wrong quick. That's why I play DFS every single week. I love it. It's changed my life. I mean, seriously, if you're not playing DFS yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, but you may have lucked out because Yahoo Fantasy and Awesemo.com have partnered up to run seriously the most insane promotion that I've ever seen. They tossed this through my virtual desk the other day, and I actually thought it was a typo. I went to them, I said, this can't be right. I'm dead serious. If you sign up using the link in the description at yahoo.com as a new user and deposit, you will get 2 free months, not 1, not 2, 2 free months of all of Awesemo's content. It's the Awesemo Plus Platinum package. Literally everything included on the site for DFS, for season long, you name it. Including all of our tools and projections specifically designed for Yahoo DFS to help you take down their 200K NFL single game baller contest and other contests to win big with Yahoo DFS. It's an awesome opportunity to take advantage of all of Yahoo's incredible DFS contests and also get 2 free months. That's right, $100 value for each month, $200 value, 2 free months, Awesemo Plus Platinum. All you have to do as a new user, use the link in the description below, sign up over at Yahoo and deposit and get 2 free months of Awesemo Plus Platinum. What are you waiting for, man? For wide receivers and tight ends, I'm keeping it simple. No one jumps off the page as a must-add at either position, but I'd rather add Adam Trautman over Juwan Johnson, and you'll probably get him for next to nothing in most leagues because Johnson caught 2 touchdowns despite only seeing 3 targets and playing 12 snaps. Trautman didn't have a great game, but he was targeted twice as much as Johnson, ran a route on nearly 80% of dropbacks, and was on the field for 82% of snaps compared to Johnson's 19. Let everyone else flock to Johnson while you pay $1 for the guy who's actually going to be on the field. I'm not sold on Christian Kirk either. He was wildly efficient against the Titans, but his playing time suggested he was the clear number 3 in the Cardinals offense and could become the number 4 as Rondale Moore gets more reps under it. And every receiver behind DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a complete toss-up every week. I'd rather look towards Tim Patrick, who will be tasked with filling a huge void in the Broncos offense while Jerry Jeudy misses time with a high ankle sprain. Patrick only saw 4 targets in Sunday's win over New York, but he was still second on the team in looks behind Jeudy and second in routes and snaps behind Courtland Sutton. They won't have the luxury of throttling bad teams like the Giants every week, and Patrick should really benefit from that. Van Jefferson will be a weekly boom-bust candidate, but has a great quarterback in Matthew Stafford and actually played only 8 fewer snaps than Robert Woods in week 1. That's at least interesting. But KJ Osborn is really intriguing to me. He caught 7 balls for 76 yards on 9 targets against the Bengals, which tied Justin Jefferson for second on the Vikings behind only Adam Thielen. He played 81% of snaps, ran routes on 90% of Kirk Cousins' dropbacks, and had a respectable 18% target share. I like that a lot. Hit me up in the comments with anyone you think I missed and should be included in today's video. Thanks for watching. As always, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on the Twitters at Laffy_D, and we'll catch you back here for the next one. Peace.